Hi and welcome back with me, Adrian Brits, marketing consultant and coach. I have sold more than 4 online businesses and I would love to share with you some tips on how to do it easily. Our objectives here in this session is to look at when to sell your business, at legal structures and at business valuations. Now, before we start, I'd like to suggest that you save yourself and investors a lot of time and money. Don't list your business for sale unless it's running successfully. Investors will do due diligence on your financials, particularly because it is a digital business that you're selling without any bricks and mortar. Now, let's look at when to sell your business. Once your revenue is stable and you're making at least, let's say, $10,000 per month, and you've done it consistently for 6 months, then you're becoming the perfect target for investors. Perhaps at this point you also want to take a break and enjoy the money that you can make on this deal, and perhaps you don't even want to sell the entire business. You might just want to sell a stake, in which case you're going to sell between 25 and 75% of the business. Now, whether you'd like to sell your business as a whole or just a share of it, it is always easier to sell it as a separate legal entity, because that way you're also going to keep your personal finances and your private life separate the way it should be. So let's look at some legal structures. For ebook publishing, you can set up in the US, in the EU, or in the UK. In the US, you can just use an LLC with a corresponding bank account. In the EU, you can use an Irish or separate offshore company. And in the UK, you can create a limited company. The formation of these companies with a bank account can often be done within 48 hours through express premium services. Okay, next we're going to have a look at how to evaluate the business when you sell it. Now, valuation can be a tricky question because the business owner wants as much as possible, whereas the investor is searching for a bargain investment with a maximum return. You've each got your own interest. Now, here are some general principles of valuation for digital publishing companies, and that is if you sell it without physical infrastructure such as offices or vehicles, which of course you don't need. So let's assume your monthly revenue, your net revenue is $50,000, and if you reach the point where your business produced this income consistently for 6 consecutive months, you can charge 12 times your monthly net revenue. So that will equate to $600,000. Once you reach this point where you produce this figure consistently for more than 12 months, you can charge 24 times your monthly net revenue, which will equate to $1.2 million. And then if you manage to produce this sort of income consistently for more than 2 years, then you can charge up to 36 times your monthly net revenue, which will bring you up to $1.8 million. Now, there are many factors that can influence the valuation beyond what we've just mentioned. For example, if you write about health or fitness, obviously this doesn't become outdated quickly, so your valuation should be much higher. But if you wrote about software or tech, which becomes outdated more quickly, you can expect a lower valuation. Guys, lastly but most importantly, let's have a bit of a straight talk now about the psychology of the deal, because this can make or break you. Here's 5 tips based on my own experience. Be prepared to walk away from the deal at any time. Don't be desperate, because you can always go back and work harder and grow your business and charge more at a later stage. Okay? Then insist on seeing proof of financial means before disclosing anything about your business. Vet the buyer before they even start vetting you, so that you don't waste your time. Then, guys, once you've met somebody with money who wants to invest, don't suck up to them. Don't suck up to people with money. They are not going to do you a favor if you suck up to them. In fact, they can travel to your office or a location chosen by you. Okay, if they try to call the shots by only agreeing to meet you at their office, just say no thanks, you're very busy. Okay, trust me. If you're desperate about the deal, you will not get the deal. This works. Fourthly, let your first offer be your best offer and don't negotiate downwards. Instead, explain to them that your price will only increase because once your next round of publications hit the market, it will only increase your revenue and therefore the value of your business will only increase at a later stage. Then reassure the investor, guys, by offering to stay on as a consultant in the business, and be fair. Agree with them that you'll sign a restraint of trade, but obviously only pertaining to the categories of books that you've already published. Also agree to hand over the freelancers to the new owner. Obviously find new freelancers if you're going to run a separate business, so that you're not competing with the person who just trusted you by investing in your business. Guys, be 100% transparent in every activity in your business. Okay, and about every activity when you're reporting to an investor. Remember, smart people can reverse engineer your business, and they will show a lot of respect to you if you've been honest about the deal. So next up, I'm going to show you a few brokers that you can work with, a few ways that you can market your business for sale, and these ways generally work well. It is pretty easy to sell a good business if you follow these ways.